Can Alzheimer's be prevented? Alzheimer's is on the rise, especially within the baby boomer generation, and we are seeing this across the United States and the world much more on a rapid pace where there is more quantity of people who are having this. But the important aspect is to know that even though to date Alzheimer's does not have a cure, there are many things we can do in our day-to-day life to help prevent this from occurring in our lives. Alzheimer's is typically defined as a type of dementia that affects thinking and memory and the ability to do certain tasks even. And so here are just a few ways in which we are able to set ourselves up to help slow Alzheimer's or prevent it. The first thing is relational connections. Having connections around our life is imperative because when we have these connections, we are able to build relationships, we form good memories, and through that, the brain is able to associate, hopefully a majority, depending upon our friend group and family, but good times, and it's able to reflect on memories that are good, and just having people around is able to keep things unique and fun, and we aren't falling into a slump of a routine where we aren't having any activity, and then we're much more susceptible to falling into depression, and then our brain isn't focused more on the joys of life necessarily. It's also important to do intellectually stimulating games. So this could be anything from checkers and chess to Sudoku, different board games, maybe a puzzle. Whatever it is, we want to be involved in activities and tasks that stimulate our brain and help us to think. It's very easy to just watch television day by day and then have our brain turn to mush, so to speak. But by keeping ourselves engaged in intellectually stimulating activities, that will help us to form strong neurological pathways and keep our brains from falling into a slump and then beginning to diminish in a more forgetful stance and just not being used in the manner in which it was created to be used. Physical activity is absolutely crucial. We want to make sure that at least throughout the week we are getting 150 minutes. Alzheimer's.org recommends 150 minutes a week, which is easy to do and it doesn't take long. But if you're able to do more, we highly recommend doing so because getting our bodies moving and physical activity helps to obviously make us feel better. We're actually able, it's been proven, to help us to be able to think more intuitively and carefully and rationalize, as well as be better problem solvers in the process. Getting enough sleep is also very crucial. Dr. Matthew Walker wrote a book, Why We Sleep, and there is so much data involved in there that when we don't get the appropriate 7 to 9 hours of good quality sleep, our brains and our cells obviously become less effective throughout each and every given day, but it has been proven that lack of sleep can lead to Alzheimer's, certain cardiovascular disease, and such. So this is an absolutely paramount aspect that we want to be able to stay on top of, because if our sleep isn't what it should be, all other things are going to begin to dwindle and diminish and crumble as well. So we want to make sure we're getting the appropriate amount of sleep. So these are just a few things to recognize and that you can do in order to help prevent you from getting Alzheimer's. Again, there's a lot that we can do on a day-to-day aspect in lives to keep our brains stimulated and keep our bodies moving and just enjoy the joys of life so that we don't fall into a slump and are more susceptible to getting Alzheimer's later on in life. If you're curious more about what you can do with Alzheimer's, if it's hereditary or it's by genetics or anything pertaining to Alzheimer's and health and energy, we are constantly posting new and updated content. So if you go to our website, tigermi.com, and you go to our learning center, you can find a bunch of information there. Or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tiger Medical Institute, and there are many different videos to help you stay focused, to help with your sleep, to improve sleep, and to improve your overall health so that you can optimize yourself to be the most effective each and every given day, and so that as time progresses, you will have set your days up in such a way where you can prevent and or slow down Alzheimer's and be able to enjoy the joys of life.